Hello guys, Crispy here and welcome back to another video. This one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing the GeForce GT 1030 2GB GDDR5 in God of War. This one is the MSI Aero version of the card. It comes already overclocked out of the box. I'm not pushing it further, as you can see right here. You can check out all of its specs here in Tech Power Up's GPU Z. As usual, we're using the latest Nvidia drivers with it, which are 511.23, and I am pairing it with a Ryzen 9 5900X and 32GB of RAM today because, well, I just don't want to bottleneck it. Not that we would bottleneck it. It's just a GPU test, so it doesn't matter as long as it's not bottlenecked. You should get the same FPS if you pair it with like a Ryzen 3 CPU. So let's get right into the game, shall we? Oh boy, this is not a good sign. This is not a good sign whatsoever, guys. 3 frames per second here. Now, it might be at like ultra settings and 1440p resolution like I left it. But, I mean, this is just the loading, I guess, like a cutscene at the beginning. Well, at least it gives you time to appreciate this beautiful scene right here that they put together for the pre-game section, you know? Yeah. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, we made it. Why is this at like 144p? I don't get it. What the heck? Let's go to settings if I can. Oh gosh, this is gonna take a while. Record. Jesus Christ. Finally, we're at the 1080p resolution using the minimum settings once again. Ah, beautiful. God of War is now at 1080p. That's great. Okay, we're here where we left it with the 3060 Ti, I believe. And you know what, guys? You know what? It might be playable at low resolution. I wasn't really expecting 20s here at 1080p low. It still looks pretty good, even at these settings. Like, you can see some texture details still. The smoke there looks great. Let's see the explosions, actually. Let's see, it's very difficult to aim at these FPS, but yeah, the fire effects and the explosions still look pretty damn good at low settings, 1080p. So it's super impressive right now that the 1030 is doing this job, you know? 20 plus for... Never mind, I looked back and it dropped so much. Jeez. But of course, this area isn't really that intensive, and down there it is more intensive, so we're gonna go there in just a little bit. By the way, I will avoid any spoilers here in this video, as usual, so you guys can actually play the game yourselves. Oh, we do have FSR support. I totally forgot about that. So let's try to set it to like quality, which makes the game run at 720p resolution, and it does the upscaling thingy with FSR, so should be looking pretty good. Yeah, that's the case. It's a little bit soft, but now we're getting 30 frames per second. What? I did not expect this, guys, whatsoever. This is really good. FSR is a savior for these cards. Look at that. Fire effects still look good. We're getting down into the 20s now, though. Oh, Kratos, it's all good. It's all right. It's all right. I just want to see what's in there. Like, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, there's like a treasure. So can I open it from here? No, I can't. I am dying here. I'm dead. Oh boy, even without enemies I die. Boy, you will have to live without me. Actually, no, I respawn every single time. You're good, buddy. Let's go down and see the FPS in a more intensive area. Okay, let's just do this. Smoke effects, not bad. I'm gonna start counting our FPS, actually. This is somewhat playable now. If you play with the controller and lock your FPS to 30, maybe overclock the 1030 slightly, you should be getting a locked 30 frames per second. But then, yeah, this is weird, guys. When you move your mouse really fast, it's probably because of the VRAM, actually, because it requires 3 gigabytes like this or so. Yeah, it just can't really handle loading the textures behind you really fast, so it will drop like heck. So maybe don't look around you. You know, that's a good thing to not do here with 1030. What is this? All right, let's just move on from here. This is not where I wanted to go. Oof, massive stutter there once again. Oh my god. When you look back, it's always so annoying. Maybe this is not really that playable even with the controller and 30 frames per second locked, guys. But it's still pretty impressive for a GT 1030. I wasn't really expecting to see these kinds of FPS, honestly, guys. But we're approaching the very demanding area. When it stutters, it's just so bad. So over here is where things become really intensive, and it does drop a lot from 30. As you can see, if I move, it drops from 20 even. So, I don't think this is a good experience, at least at the 1080p resolution using FSR. We can actually try performance FSR now, which sets the render resolution at 540p. That might be a little bit better, and by the way, it uses 2.2 gigabytes of VRAM, so it could possibly stop the stuttering issues. 33, we went from like 24 to 30 plus. That's actually pretty good, but it is still stuttering every now and again. And I mean, follow me, Atreus. If I do this, it's not as bad as before, is it, guys? This might actually be okay. I will still not recommend anybody to buy this game with a GT 1030 for sure. But it's not as bad as I expected. Over here, it's actually pretty good. Oh, wait! No. Look at this. Look at this. It's not stuttering right here. That's great. So in some scenarios, in some areas, it won't really stutter. And in terms of visuals, in the monitor that I'm using... Oh, massive stutter there. In the monitor that I'm using, which is a big 32-inch monitor, it does look very soft indeed, but I feel like in a smaller monitor, 720p or 768p 18-inch monitor, for example, it wouldn't look that bad, honestly, guys. Like, it's soft, and it lacks detail in a lot of areas right now. But it's not horrible. It's not completely awful, you know? See, it's not stuttering anymore when I do this as well. That's very impressive for a GT 1030. This is a new title on PC, of course. And it's very well optimized, but I didn't think it was optimized to the point where it runs decently well or acceptably well on a GT 1030. Like, in some areas, of course. In other areas, it's gonna run like crap, as you saw. But yeah, I am impressed. I gotta say that I am impressed. 720p resolution now without FSR first, and over on the graphic settings, everything is still set to the minimum settings, of course. Not too bad. I forgot to see how many gigabytes we are using. Okay, 2.2 or 2.3 almost. It's pretty much the same as 1080p with FSR then, at the 540p actually. Interesting. Let's see out here. 30s, dropping from 30 sometimes. If I move the mouse around, it is stuttering a little bit more than previously at native 1080p resolution. Yeah, it's not really that bad. Once again, I am very impressed here at the 720p results. They seem to be close to what we saw previously. I'm gonna go back to the other very demanding area right now and start counting our FPS as well. Let's try not to die with these poisonous things, okay? Let's go, Kratos. Gonna go there, not gonna open that, because I'm not gonna save this game after I'm done benchmarking this card. Let's go. Can you be a little bit faster, please? Okay, I thought it was gonna lower the FPS more here. Wow. I am very impressed, and doing this once again at 720p resolution, it's not really doing those horrible stutters anymore. This is very impressive for a little GT 1030. I've seen people playing games, these single-player titles, with these lower-end cards at like 25 FPS, and they were fine with it. I myself played like Saints Row 4 with a GT 630M at 25 FPS locked back in the days, and I was fine with it as well. Of course, higher than 25 would be great, but if you got nothing else, I mean, this is surprisingly decent. Oh gosh, okay. Very, very good indeed. Boy, what are you doing there? You gotta come with me. Let's go, boy. There it is. Ah, yes. See? A little poison doesn't hurt anybody, except for me, honestly. Like, Kratos almost dies with that thing. Okay, anyways, we went through the demanding thing there. Demanding area. Couple of stutters once again. but nothing as bad as we've seen at 1080p for sure. And let's go ahead and enable some FSR now. Set that to ultra quality, which is 554p right now. And it doesn't look that bad or that different from 720p. It does look a little bit softer, I can tell. Usually using FSR in other games actually makes the game a little bit sharper because it tends to over-sharpen things, but I mean, maybe it's because it's at 720p resolution. It's just too low of a resolution to use FSR with. Oh, God, no, Kratos, please, just let's take a breath. All right, no, that's not what I want to do. Okay, good stuff. We're creating a lot of ice here. That's awesome. Okay. Another thing here. Yeah, it's not stuttering anymore as well. I feel like if you actually lock the FPS to 30, this would be a decent experience. So if you really want to play this game with a GT 1030 and you just can't wait for it to go on sale for some reason. Actually, it is on sale in a few websites already for like $35 or something like that. I feel like it would be an alright experience. It's like not the best, obviously, but it is pretty damn good. Like, it's not dropping anymore from 30 frames per second. We're not even at 360p yet. I thought we'd need to do that for it to not drop, but hey, this is super impressive for a GT 1030. Let's see it on quality, which is 480p. And now I'm gonna make these quicker here. Just gonna stand here for a little bit. Yeah, it looks very bad now. There is almost no detail in his face. Look at that. My boy's face. Yeah, tons of noise as well around him and on his clothes. Yeah, it's just not good whatsoever, guys. But once again, not stuttering too much. It was actually stuttering a little bit here, but no problems there. Maybe it was still loading. Yeah, you can actually get more than 30 frames per second all of the time, even more than 40 frames per second all of the time if you really drop that resolution, but I wouldn't do that. It just looks like crap like this. Let's just see, out of curiosity, how it looks using some performance FSR at 360p resolution, and ooh, yeah, tons of noise, no detail whatsoever. But it's almost at 60 frames per second. Look at that. Wow. Again, I wasn't expecting this. And remember that in other areas you will get more FPS. So that's insane. Wow. Okay. And FSR is making the picture look very good for 360p actually, because 360p, if you've seen my other videos like Forza Horizon 5 for example, it does look very bad and pixelated, but FSR is doing a very good job here. I think that's been it for the GT 1030 test in God of War. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you're gonna pick up this game with this card or if you already did and played it through. Again, honestly, I was definitely not expecting this to be playable on a GT 1030, especially at 720p resolution. It was actually kind of decent, you know? So again, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one very soon. And I'm probably gonna go to another area in the next one just to shake things up a little bit, you know? So yeah, I'll catch you then. Love you all. Bye-bye.